Hello, I'm Matt with Waterfall Bath Enclosures, and today we're in the Waterfall showroom where the next few minutes we're going to show you how to install your new Waterfall frameless shower enclosure. Each unit includes a door with 2 hinges and a handle. The door operates in and out. It also includes a fixed panel that's secured by 3 simple clips. Each unit is fully reversible. Your door can be mounted on the left-hand wall as shown here, or on the right-hand wall, as shown here. Every piece of glass has EnduraShield protective glass coating on it. It has it on both the interior and the exterior of each piece, regardless of what your sticker says. We'll talk more about EnduraShield later.
You will need these common tools to install your door, including a screw gun with a number 2 bit and a drill and 1/4 inch bit appropriate for your walls. We'll use a 1/4 inch tile bit. If your shower is marble, granite, or other materials, please check with your hardware store for the best type of drill bit. We'll use these wood shims available at most hardware stores to align the glass.
As we install the door, we will leave a 5/8 inch space below the door, an 1/8 inch gap here, and approximately 5/16 space between the edge of the door and the wall. The panel and door will need to line up at the top. To simplify door installation, we will take about 4 of our shims, adjust them until they are exactly 5/8 inch wide, and wrap them with masking tape. Now, let's move across the room to our actual installation, where we are going to first install the fixed panel and then hinge the door off this wall. Carefully unpack the door and fixed panel. Tempered glass is very difficult to break if handled properly. However, you must never bump the edge of the glass on anything solid, tile for example. We'll use the box as a protective pad. Notice both the door and panel have a small tempering stamp. We will want to position that on bottom as shown. Open the hardware box and remove the 3 clips and these clear spacers. Apply the clips to the fixed panel as shown. Before attaching, clean the surface of the glass with the alcohol pads provided. When applying the bottom clips, install one of the thinner shims between the glass and the hardware. Tighten the set screws with a flat blade screwdriver. Carefully place the panel into your shower opening and use a tape measure to be sure the glass is aligned with the curb. With a helper holding the panel, use a level to check this surface for plumb. Loosen the set screws and add additional shims to the bottom brackets as required until the surface is perfectly plumb. Plumb the panel in this direction and use a Sharpie to mark the 3 hole locations. Place the panel back on the protective cardboard and drill 1/4 inch diameter holes in the location marked. Use a cup of water to periodically cool the drill bit. To prevent water penetration, fill the drilled holes with silicone. If your attachment screws will not be going directly into a stud, insert plastic plugs and tap them into position. Use a razor knife to trim the plugs flush with the surface. Replace the fixed panel and attach with the screws provided. Moving on to the door. Before we apply the hinges, clean the area around the hinge cutouts with the alcohol pad provided. Use the provided Allen wrench to loosen the faceplate and press the hinge into the hinge cutout. Position the hinge tight to the inside of the cutout and center vertically in the opening. Tighten the faceplates. Repeat for the remaining hinge. To make it easier to lift and position the door, we are going to go ahead and attach the handle. Before you disassemble the handle, note the side with the set screws goes to the inside and the set screws should be facing down. Loosen the set screws and disassemble the handle. Place a metal washer, clear washer, and clear spacer over the attachment stud as shown. Insert through the glass and install a clear and metal washer as shown. Hold the exterior handle in position and screw in the attachment stud. Repeat for the bottom of the handle and tighten the studs with a Phillips screwdriver. Place the interior handle over the studs with the set screws facing down and securely tighten. Now let's install the door. Place the two 5/8" wood spacers on the curb as shown and carefully lift the door into position. Press the acrylic drip rail over the top of the door and panel to align and hold the door in position. Use a tape measure to align the bottom of the door with the curb and in line with the fixed panel. Move the door until the hinges are tight to the wall and mark the hole positions with a Sharpie. Remove the door and drill these 6 holes. Fill the holes with silicone and install wall plugs if needed. Use a razor knife to trim the plugs flush with the surface. Replace the door on the wedges and install with the 6 screws provided. A final but critical step is adjusting the door and panel for proper clearance and alignment. Note the recommended minimum and maximum clearances. Both the door and fixed panel may be adjusted for the best fit in your opening. Adjust the fixed panel by loosening the set screws and sliding the panel laterally. Adjust the door by loosening the face plates and sliding laterally on the wooden shims. The door may also be adjusted vertically. When properly adjusted, the door and panel should line up at the top with an 1/8" gap between the two. Test the door for proper operation and make additional adjustments to the faceplates if required. Measure the bottom of the door and cut the clear acrylic drip to this dimension. Press the drip over the bottom of the door with the angle water deflector to the interior. Use of the dam strip is optional, but recommended if your curb does not have a slope to the interior. Measure and cut to length. Clean the curb and apply with the double stick tape. The drip may be adjusted to just barely touch the dam strip. Using a good grade of clear silicone, seal the interior and exterior of the fixed panel. Use the silicone to fill the small gap at the bottom of the panel and any gap between the panel and the wall. If you are not comfortable with your caulking skills, there are a number of excellent how-to videos on YouTube. If your wall is out of plumb and this gap is greater than 3/8", you may want to order the caulking adapters. A separate instruction sheet is included with your unit. Do not use the door for 24 hours to allow the silicone to cure. Once the silicone is cured, clean your new Waterfall door with a soft cloth and glass cleaner. Be sure to remove the EnduraShield labels from the glass and follow the instructions to register for the 10-year warranty. Congratulations on a successful installation. Now enjoy your new Waterfall enclosure.